Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Ultra. Whether you're listening from home, on your way to work, or somewhere around the world, we're really glad you're here. I'm Lily.
And I'm David. Thanks for spending a little time with us today. Let's slow down, breathe, and learn some real English together.
So, David, I want to ask you something. Have you ever said something in English that was grammatically correct, but it just didn't feel right?
Oh, all the time. Like, I know the words are correct, but when I hear myself say it, I think, a native speaker wouldn't say it like this.
Exactly. And that feeling, that little gap between correct and natural, that's what we're going to close today.
I'm really curious about this.
Good, because today we're talking about something most English courses never teach. Not grammar, not vocabulary, but the everyday phrases native speakers actually use. The ones that make you sound comfortable. Not perfect, comfortable.
I like that word, comfortable.
You will, because by the end of this episode, you're going to have about 100 simple phrases that natives use every single day. And here's the thing. You probably already know most of them. You just don't trust them yet,
Oh, that hits different.
right? So let's change that. Let's help you trust the simple English you already have.
Okay, but Lily, why does this happen? Why do we overthink the simple stuff?
That's such a good question. And honestly, it's not your fault.
Really?
Really. Here's what happens. Most of us learn English in a classroom, and in a classroom, we're taught to be formal, precise, correct. We learn phrases like, I would appreciate it if you could assist me.
Which is correct, right?
Oh, completely correct. But it's like wearing a suit to the grocery store.
Okay, I see what you mean.
You're not wrong for wearing it, but everyone around you is in jeans and a t-shirt, and you feel overdressed.
That's exactly how I feel sometimes when I speak English.
A lot of learners feel this way because we're taught correct English, but we're not taught comfortable English. And here's the truth. Native speakers don't sound fluent because they use big words. They use comfortable, familiar phrases.
Comfortable, familiar phrases.
That's the framework. Remember that. We'll come back to it.
Got it.
So, when you're trying to sound advanced, you're actually working harder than a native speaker. You're carrying a heavy backpack full of complex sentences. And natives? They're walking the short path. Simple, light, easy.
That makes so much sense.
It does, right? And today, we're going to walk that short path together. All right, let's start with something you hear every single day. Reactions.
Reactions?
Yeah, like when someone tells you something and you want to respond naturally, what do you usually say?
Maybe that is interesting?
Okay, grammatically, perfect. But does it feel natural to you?
Honestly, not really.
Right, because natives don't say, that is interesting. They say, that's interesting. Or even shorter, interesting.
Just interesting?
Just interesting. One word, comfortable.
Wow, that feels so much lighter.
It is lighter. And here are a few more reactions natives use all the time. No way. Really? For real? That's crazy. I didn't know that.
These are so simple.
They are, but simple is strong. Let's try one. I'll say something, and you react naturally. Ready?
Ready.
I just found out my neighbor speaks 5 languages.
No way. Really?
Perfect. Did you hear how natural that sounded?
I did, and it felt easier to say.
Because it is easier. You don't need perfect English. You need comfortable English. That's what natives use. Okay, next group. Agreement.
Like saying yes?
Sort of, but natives don't just say yes, they soften it. They make it feel conversational.
How?
Listen to these. Exactly. For sure. Totally. I agree. That makes sense. You're right.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
See? You just did it. That's the soft echo. You can say the full phrase or just the key part. That makes sense. Or makes sense.
Both sound natural.
Both are natural. And here's the thing. Natives do this all the time. They shorten, they soften, they repeat. It's not lazy, it's comfortable.
Comfortable.
There it is again. Now, let's talk about hesitation.
Hesitation?
Yeah, like when you're not sure or you need a second to think. What do you say?
Um, I don't know. Maybe I just pause?
That's fine. But natives use little phrases to fill that space, not because they don't know English, but because it feels more natural.
Like what?
Like these. Let me think. Good question. I'm not sure. That's a tough one.
Oh, I hear those all the time.
You do, because they're everywhere. They make conversation feel human.
Human. I like that.
Me too. So, next time you need a moment, don't panic. Just say, let me think, or good question, and then you answer.
That feels so much more natural than just freezing.
Exactly. Natives don't freeze, they flow. All right, next one. Polite responses.
Like saying thank you?
Yeah, but not just thank you. Listen to how natives soften it. Thanks. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. No problem. Anytime. Of course.
These are so short.
They are. And that's the point. You don't need to say, I am very grateful for your assistance.
That sounds so stiff.
It does. Just say, thanks so much, or I appreciate it. That's all you need.
That's all I need.
Exactly. Remember, native speakers don't sound fluent because they use big words. They use comfortable, familiar phrases.
There's that framework again.
There it is. Last group for now. Ending conversations.
Oh, this is hard for me.
Why?
Because I never know how to leave a conversation without sounding rude.
You're not alone. A lot of learners feel this way. But here's the secret. Natives use really simple phrases to exit smoothly.
Like what?
I should get going. I'll let you go. Talk soon. Take care. Catch you later. See you around.
These are so gentle.
They are. Because ending a conversation doesn't have to be awkward. You just soften it.
I should get going. That feels polite but natural.
It is. And you can pair it with something like, I should get going. Thanks for chatting. Or, I'll let you go. Talk soon.
That's so simple.
It is. And simple is strong.
Okay, Lily, I have a question.
Go for it.
Why do I sometimes use the longer version of these phrases? Like, I know the short one, but I still say the long one.
Oh, that's so common. And I'm really glad you asked.
Really?
Really? Because this is one of the biggest mistakes learners make. Not because they don't know the simple phrase, but because they don't trust it.
Oh, that's me.
That's a lot of us. So here's what happens. You learn to say, I appreciate your help. But when you're speaking, you think, that sounds too simple. I need to sound more advanced. So you say, I would like to express my gratitude for your assistance.
Guilty.
You're not guilty. You're just overthinking. And that feeling, that heavy backpack, That's what's slowing you down.
So how do I stop overthinking?
By giving yourself permission to sound simple.
Permission.
Yeah, because here's the truth. Native speakers sound natural because they choose the short path, not the fancy one, the comfortable one.
Comfortable, familiar phrases.
There it is. That's the framework. Again. Okay, here's another mistake. Translating directly from your native language.
Oh no, I do this.
Everyone does. It's completely normal. But here's the thing. English doesn't always follow the same patterns as your first language.
Can you give an example?
Sure. In some languages, you might say, I am agree. But in English, we say, I agree. No am.
Right.
Or you might say, I am interesting in this topic. But natives say, I'm interested in this topic.
Interested, not interesting.
Exactly. And the way to fix this isn't by memorizing rules, it's by listening to how natives actually speak and repeating those comfortable phrases.
Comfortable phrases.
There you go. And here's the last mistake, trying to sound advanced.
But isn't that the goal?
Not really. The goal is to sound natural. And natural English, it's simple.
That's hard to believe sometimes.
I know. But think about it. When you talk to a friend in your native language, do you use fancy words?
No, I just talk.
Exactly. You just talk. That's what fluency is. Not fancy, just comfortable.
I'm starting to really get this.
Good. Because you don't need perfect English. You need comfortable English. That's what natives use. All right, David, ready to practice?
I think so.
Good. I'm going to give you some everyday situations, and you respond with one of the phrases we've talked about. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. Situation 1. You're at work, and your coworker says, Hey, can you help me with this project?
Sure. No problem.
Perfect. Natural, comfortable. Done. Situation 2. A friend tells you, I'm thinking about moving to a new city.
Oh, wow. Really?
Great. Short reaction, natural. Situation 3. Someone thanks you for holding the door.
No problem. Or anytime.
Both work. See how easy that is?
It is easy.
It is, because you're using comfortable phrases. Situation 4. You're texting a friend and they ask, Want to grab coffee tomorrow?
For sure. What time?
Smooth! That's exactly how a native would text.
Really?
Really, for sure is everywhere in casual English. Situation 5. You're ending a phone call with a family member.
All right. I should get going. Talk soon.
Perfect. Natural exit, no awkwardness. Situation 6. A coworker shares some news and you're surprised.
No way. That's crazy.
Yes. Short, reactive, natural. Situation 7. Someone asks your opinion on something and you're not sure. Good question. Let me think. Beautiful. You're not freezing, you're flowing. Situation 8. A friend says something you totally agree with.
Exactly. Totally.
Perfect. You're sounding more and more natural.
I actually feel more natural.
That's because you're trusting the simple phrases now. Okay, David, I want to tell you something.
Go ahead.
When I first started learning English, I had this one phrase I was terrified to use.
What was it?
Well, I don't know.
Wait, I don't know?
Yeah, I thought it sounded too simple. Like if I said, I don't know, people would think I wasn't trying hard enough.
Oh, I've felt that way too.
Right? So instead, I would say things like, I am uncertain about this matter, or I do not possess sufficient knowledge on this topic.
That's so formal.
It was, and people would look at me like, are you okay?
Oh no.
Yeah. And then one day I was talking to a native speaker and they asked me something I didn't know, and I panicked. But before I could say my long, formal sentence, I just said it. I don't know.
And?
And they just said, no worries, and moved on.
That's it?
That's it. No judgment, no confusion. Just a normal conversation.
Wow.
And that's when I realized native speakers don't sound fluent because they use big words. They use comfortable, familiar phrases.
There it is again.
There it is, because it's true. And I don't know, it's one of the most common phrases natives use every single day.
I'm gonna start using it more.
Good. You should, because simple English is strong English. All right, before we wrap up, we have a question for you.
Here it is.
Think about one sentence you usually say in a formal way.
Something like, I would appreciate your assistance. Or, that is quite interesting.
Got one in mind?
Now, replace it with a comfortable, natural phrase.
Like, thanks for your help, or that's really interesting.
And then, leave a comment and tell us what you changed.
We'd love to hear it, seriously.
It helps us, and it helps you practice.
So drop that comment. Let's see what you've got. All right, David, we're coming to the end.
Already?
Already. But before we go, I want to remind you of something.
What's that?
You don't need to memorize 100 phrases today.
I don't?
Nope. You just need to remember the feeling.
The feeling?
Yeah. The feeling that simple is strong, that comfortable is fluent, that you don't need perfect English to sound natural.
I like that.
Me too. So here's the framework one more time. Listen closely.
Ready.
Native speakers don't sound fluent because they use big words. They use comfortable, familiar phrases.
Comfortable, familiar phrases.
That's it. That's the whole episode.
And honestly, it feels freeing.
That's the goal. Because English shouldn't feel heavy. It should feel light.
Light.
Yeah. So take a breath. Trust the simple phrases. And remember, you're already doing better than you think.
You're already doing better than you think.
You are. All right, everyone. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend who's learning English.
We'll be back soon with more real, comfortable English.
Take care.
And remember, simple is strong.
See you next time.
Bye for now.